Hey everyone, Candace here. I'm so excited for today. My favorite Christmas present ever growing up was whenever I went into the living room and saw that I had my own ride-on car. So I'm so grateful for First Ride-On to be gifting me these Bronco Raptors in order to be able to give my kids that same experience. So stick around. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, installation video. My thoughts are on the product, the quality, and everything you may need to know. Let's get to it.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that I am a strong, independent female and did put this thing all together by myself without the help of anyone else. I time-stamped and was able to get that complete within 1 hour. I'd also like to mention how impressed I was with the packaging. Everything was well contained within this dust bag. This is the 24V Ford Bronco Raptor ride-on car. There's also a 12-volt option, but the biggest difference is that one's a single rider versus this one, the 24-volt, which is a double rider. Dual seater is 21 inches wide and recommended for ages 3 to 8. I have a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, and 5-year-old, and I can tell you they comfortably fit in there, and I could definitely see bigger kids being able to as well. So first things first, I unwrapped each individual piece and laid it out so that I knew exactly what I was working with. Now let's turn this bad boy over. Ta-da! While I may be strong and independent, I am still one to read an instruction manual when I'm putting something like this together. Here is a list of all the parts that actually come with the kit. Everything is included in the kit that they send except the 2 AA batteries and 2 AAA batteries that are required for the horn as well as the remote control. The first step is to remove all the zip ties that they use to secure all the pieces in the main body of the car. Up next, we are working on installing the rear suspension. You'll take the 2 Allen wrenches and remove the female nail and the male nail. Lift the shock absorbers and align it with the rear wheel bracket, and then reinstall the female nail and male nail to secure the wheel bracket into the bar. And do the same thing to the other side. Once you get both shock absorbers installed appropriately, we are moving on to install the rear axle. Once you've removed the axle from the cardboard, you will then take the washer and the nut off from both ends, slide it through both wheel motors until it is evenly distributed on both ends. Next, you'll grab the wheel and slide it onto the rear axle. Be sure to insert the wheel to fit into the wheel motor. Grab that nut and washer that you had previously removed and secure it to the outside of the wheel. Repeat those steps for the opposite side. Grab the wheel cover and press firmly into the corresponding position on the wheel. Once you got the other side done, then congratulations, only 2 more left. Let's get those front wheels on. Once you free the axle from the zip ties, make sure the steering yoke is positioned correctly, as shown here. Remove the nut from the steering yoke as well as the ends of each axle. Each bar on either end of the axle should align with the hole available, as well as the steering yoke hole. Secure a nut to the steering yoke hole that should be threaded through the bar. Add a washer and nut to the bar that was put through the hole on either side of the axle. Next, we'll install the front wheels the same way we did the back ones. The only difference is that there's an additional washer on the front wheels, so it should go washer, tire, washer, nut. And ta-da! We're all done, or at least I thought I was, until I realized I skipped over an entire section about welcome pedals. So you will see me realize that later and have to go backtrack, but it wasn't a big deal. So we're just going to continue on and turn this puppy over. There is one other minor tool that you will need, which is a screwdriver. It could be Phillips or flathead, preferably Phillips, but your girl used a flathead because resourceful when I couldn't find a Phillips. Nonetheless, take that screwdriver, go ahead and pop those AA batteries in the steering wheel and then remove the screw from one side. Keep the nut on the opposite side and then insert it into the steering yoke, where you will then insert the screw and tighten. The windshield pops in pretty easily just by lining up the indentions and giving it a good push. Similarly, go ahead and grab that bottom seat and align it with the body grooves in order to install it. You'll also want to use 2 screws in order to secure it safely to the seat. Moving on to the backrest, you will insert it where the grooves are. There are 4 additional screws to insert in the back to ensure optimal safety. Next, we'll be installing the side tail frames. These are really cool. They have the Bronco's logo on either side and pop in pretty quickly. While I was at it, I went ahead and installed the fenders. No screws required. You just pop these on each side. They're labeled really nicely, so you just match up the PL, QL, so that way you can just pop them on real nice. I really like this cool rear bracket support design. I feel like it gives it more of an authentic feel. And now I'm doing what I thought was the last step, which is the rear view mirror installation. You just pop those in the grooves, then you add the screw to secure each. But like I mentioned earlier, we do still have the welcome pedals, so let me go through that. There are 8 screws needed to tighten and fix the pedal in place on each side. Trust me when I tell you this would have been so much easier had I done it in the order that they had mentioned. But alas, all is installed. We've got an incredible Ford Bronco Raptor ride-on car for my kids to enjoy for years to come. Check out their reaction.
on right here.
Serious?